Welcome to Geeks Corner. I'm Mr. Daps.
I'm Katie.
And, oh no.
And,
something went horribly wrong.
oh no, and I can't think of a fun fact quickly enough.
We should have had him text us a fun fact.
In the movie E.T., they use Reese's Pieces for something, and I just ate an entire, candy cane full of them.
So if Katie gets sick halfway through the show,
it's because
we now know
of Reese's Pieces.
It's because of Reese's Pieces. Okay.
E.T., phone home, Katie, throw up.
As you can see, Cameron is not here, so if you'd like to join the conversation, use the hashtag Geeks Corner on the Twitter.
Yes.
And we would love to chat with you. And Cameron is not the only person that's not here tonight. In fact, there's pretty much nobody here. This is one of those rare nights where there's empty seats in the studio. We got Kevin over in the corner. We have upgraded Cristina, who's usually tweeting at us, to
She's producing.
She's producing. I went through it twice with her, and I was like, "You got it?" She's like, "Okay." And
so if you want to send your love and praise, use the hashtag Geeks Corner and say, "Hi, Cristina, you're doing a great job." But that is Cristina with no H. Cristina.
And so, yeah, she's doing that. She's using our brand new switcher. We're still figuring out some of the white balance things on one of the cameras. So sorry that one is darker than the other. But you're not pale. Like, look, you look good on this one.
Oh, I look great
and then,
on
Cristina,
that.
if you could flip it to camera 2, then you can see that in this one, whenever we get caught up, you look a little bit darker.
Oh.
It's okay.
So I don't look pale, though?
But no, I think this actually looks pretty good.
That looks wonderful.
And anyway, I'll show you when it pops back up again on my thing.
Cool.
So, it has been a very busy week at DAPS Magic and for us in general.
Mm-hmm.
And let's start with Disneyland After Dark 80s Night.
Oh
that
my
was
gosh.
on last Wednesday.
That was
I almost
Wednesday.
missed it for the show because it seems like it was so long ago.
Yeah, it does.
And so we attended Disneyland After Dark. And hi, Roger. Hi, Steven. And Steven would like to know, did you ask Reese for permission before you ate his pieces?
Oh, no, I didn't.
That could be a problem.
Oh, no.
Mm-hmm.
I am so sorry to Sir Reese. And you are missing pieces.
I hope there's peace on Earth because of Reese. I don't know. But anyway, Disneyland After Dark.
Yes.
Celebrating the 80s, they had the return of Videopolis, the triumphant return of Videopolis.
The triumphant return.
C-3PO and R2-D2 could be found in Galaxy's Edge. Mouser-sized Mickey was on Main Street.
He's so cute.
You had Scrooge McDuck, Launchpad, and the three nephews from DuckTales.
Woo!
Okay, there's a couple. Christina is focused.
Yeah, she's very focused.
Well, she's also on a slight delay because she's listening to headphones. But anyway, they were in Town Square.
Yes.
I'm
trying to think of making our way around the resort. Who was where? There was a scheduled awesome 80s to the max.
It was so awesome.
Pyro show.
It was gonna be
amazing.
Tubular. It was gonna be
Radical.
What was the other one we saw?
What was the one that was in Launch
That's
Bay?
what I'm trying to remember. I don't remember. Anyway,
I think it's in Radical.
Anyway, it didn't happen because of the wind. That was the only, I would say, bummer of the night.
When we were parking that evening, there was full on trees, just kind of and we were like, ah!
It wasn't looking good.
No. So there was a performance of Mickey's Mixed Magic. Projections
I wish they'd had
only.
projections for the 80s show, though, because I honestly just wanted to hear what they did.
I agree.
Because the 90s was so amazing. I wanted to hear if they did anything specific to the 80s with vocal talent or music
I agree.
or whatever. And so I would have loved to have seen that.
And then kind of what's happened in the past, it's happened a few times with Halloween parties, is when Pyro does not go off for the scheduled party night. It goes off at some point later in the week when it's cleared for weather. That has not happened. So I guess the awesome 80s to the max fireworks show is forever going to be a secret.
Gone just like the 80s. What was your favorite experience at Disneyland After Dark?
My favorite experience, I really loved getting to see C-3PO. It was really...
That's not what I was expecting you to say.
What were you expecting me to say?
How did the night start out?
The night started out, yeah, that wins. I saw an Ewok.
You saw an Ewok, or you hung out with an Ewok and wandered around
with an Ewok.
And he
His
dragged
name
you
was
around the
Freckles,
door.
and he was my best friend.
Until he kicked you out.
Until he actually took my hand and he said,
took you to the door.
He said, "Come right this way, ma'am. Here's the door. Goodbye."
I'm not wrong here. I have pictures and video of both. If you watch the vlog, you see this happen.
We walk hand in hand, and he just escorts me out.
Bye-bye. Yeah, it was
the great
fun.
thing, though, and something we got in line right at 6, I believe, when
6:30.
When the mix-in started for the event.
Yeah.
And so we were kind of at the very beginning of things. And so
they weren't quite structured yet,
so
which was great.
I do believe later in the night that Ewoks were just in that photo location.
Yeah, I think so too.
And so it was really fun that we kind of got that experience to walk around with them, see them walk through the line, interact with guests. And that also meant that I got to hug an Ewok. So it was really special, and I just really love that picture. So yeah, that was...
I'm very happy.
So all my favorite things were Star Wars, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
But also it was really cool to see Videopolis, even though it was really, really loud.
It was really loud.
Yeah. And the other thing was that we had just walked out Small World Mall while Mickey's Mixed Magic was happening. Mm-hmm. And because there weren't a lot of people in that area, because there wasn't a lot to do in that area, that was very loud.
You know what the other best part of the night was also?
What?
Is when the camera reset itself.
Oh, I loved that part.
That camera or that camera? Oh, good. They didn't see anything. For some reason, the camera resets itself every, 20 minutes. We just learned. Anyway.
It goes in a night.
Another really fun part of the night. It's working, though, right? Okay.
Bailey said everything's working.
Well, it made a noise. So I don't know if it was still working.
That's true. I just trust Bailey.
Another fun part of the night, though, was we met up with Tyler and Haley. We're hanging out with them. And we kept seeing this sign in front of the Opera House that said Disney Plus. We're like, are they doing a preview in there? Or, what's going on? So we went inside, and it was actually a bunch of photo locations from 80s movies that at first we were kind of just awkwardly taking group pictures in front of.
Because it started with a giant Fox and the Hound photo op. How do you take a photo in front of that?
That was a missed opportunity.
I mean, yes.
Splash, that's a hard one. Fox and the Hound, we could have done.
We could have.
It led into us recreating the different, basically the VHS tape covers.
Yes.
And unfortunately, the most epic one has been lost. And we're going to have to go and see if PhotoPass can find it. We should probably do this soon.
Yeah.
But
I think we can make that happen.
The most epic one was Honey, I Shrunk the Audience. And we're not going to actually, or Honey, I Shrunk the Kids. I keep doing that. We're not going to explain this too much in case we find the picture, because that would be just much better. But I will say this. Haley and Katie played the roles of the kids. And Tyler and I played the roles of Wayne Selinsky and the dog. I forgot the dog's name. Do you remember the dog's name? Remember the dog's name? Let us know. # Geeks Corner.
I have never seen Honey, I Shrunk the Kids, to be fair.
It's good. The rumor that what's his name that plays Rick Moranis is not coming back for a sequel. Apparently Disney denied that was actually happening.
Yeah, that makes sense.
2 thumbs up for Disneyland After Dark. It was a lot of fun. I think it was probably one of the best ones we've been to.
It was my favorite.
It was a lot of fun. It didn't feel too full. And,
I loved that.
You could do a lot. You could wait in the lines you wanted to wait in. You could see characters without waiting in the lines because you could just walk by and wave, get video, pictures, whatever.
We did everything, though, except for food.
Yeah, and we could have done that because there weren't really that bad of lines for that either.
Yeah.
So I'm expecting the Sweethearts Nights to be way busier, way more packed, prepared to wait in line, so bring your patience for that. Mm-hmm. There's a new Mulan trailer, a new Black Widow trailer. We'll hit those really quickly. Have you actually watched them?
I have not gotten a chance to actually watch them.
Okay, I'm just going to say Mulan is epic, and everything I see more about it makes me want to see this movie even more. Do you agree? Did you see it, Cristina? Christina's like, you know what? You're kind of reminding me of the old late night producer. You need to... So Conan O'Brien had this producer on late night, and he'd stand there like this through the whole show, and when Conan would talk to him, he'd be like...
It's very Christina.
It was very
right
understated, and that's what Christina's doing every time I bring her into it. She's like, yeah. Anyway, that's Mulan trailer. I'm seeing more and more, liking more and more. Black Widow, I think I'm gonna enjoy. Mm-hmm. I don't think it's gonna be to the level of like Civil War or Endgame or something like that. And I think there's a reset that we all have to do in our brains to get us back to the level of like, hey, this is kind of your, I don't know, it's not a single hero movie, but it's getting you back more into that not as galactic conflict.
Yes.
Anyway,
yeah.
I'm intrigued to see it. I think it's going to be fun. Quark, thank you. That was the dog's name. And, just like Star Trek. But,
I was just thinking of, science.
Also Star Trek.
Yeah.
But I think it's going to be great. I think of the two movies, I'm looking forward to Mulan more than Black Widow, which surprises me that I'm looking forward to a Disney live-action remake of an animated classic over a Marvel film.
Yeah.
Because Marvel is usually, like, highlights of the year, and it still will be.
Yeah.
I just don't know if it's going to be my top movie of the year.
Well, and I wasn't sure how to feel about Mulan when they said, they were bringing it back, but no Mushu and no songs and all these things. But from everything I've seen, it's the right direction. You know
the thing that's going to make it or break it, though?
Why?
The crow lady. The crow witch lady. If she's good, this movie will be epic. You know who I'm talking about, right? I don't know what her name is, but...
I think she's just the witch. Is she not?
Okay, the crow witch lady.
I don't think...
Oh, it's a hawk? The hawk witch lady. Same thing. Crows are smarter than hawks, though.
It's,
Okay. Anyway, there's probably history and stuff involved. And Cameron, this is why we have him on the show, is because he would explain to me the symbolism behind this and where it comes from, history and all that stuff. But I'm...
As where I just give an eyebrow.
I'm reading different books right now.
That's true, which we will get into later.
Oh, really?
Well, I mean,
I guess that
I
counts.
presume it can tie in.
Yeah, I can. Anyway, if that character is amazing, this film will be amazing. If that character comes off as a gimmick or contrived,
which is what I'm currently worried about,
that is where this film will fall flat for me.
Yes.
Okay. Other super awesome thing that came out during the Super Bowl. Because if you hadn't figured it out yet, the Super What was that game thing, which we could have talked about because he was at Disneyland or Walt Disney World yesterday.
I was who? I keep forgetting this about the Super Bowl.
They gave a Disney Plus Marvel trailer. And are you watching the Cat Watch Us?
No.
Oh, you're watching Cristina.
I'm currently watching the tweet.
Oh, me too. Okay.
And it's very funny because to sidetrack for a second. Bailey actually referenced the thing that I was thinking about, up, down, strange charm, top, bottom. If you don't know what a quirk is, it don't matter. You still got him.
I like Steven's reference
of
quirk. Also, I almost said better, but they're both good. They're both better.
They're both better in different ways.
But the Disney Plus Marvel trailer, for lack of a better term, gives us a first look at the Falcon and the Winter Soldier. Mm-hmm. Also WandaVision, and then we got Loki coming as well.
Yeah.
And it's funny because when it started, I was like, ooh, this is cool. Uh-huh. We got the shield back.
Yeah.
And then it got even better, and I really think WandaVision section, took over the whole thing. Because it's kind of almost I don't know what it reminded. It kind of reminded me of, what's the, I Dream of Jeannie?
Very I Love Lucy, very...
Yeah, it had that very classic... old television show meets a little bit of Carousel of Progress.
Okay, so...
I have to wonder if they're connecting somehow.
I did see that tweet. There's a tweet from Defunctland, actually, where he was like, looks at the trailer, looks at Carousel of Progress, looks at the trailer, looks at Carousel of Progress.
Except the only thing is Carousel of Progress is all in color.
Yeah. That could be rearranged. You just put on...
That'd be weird.
You put on your 3D glasses that are just black and white glasses.
Please don't turn Carousel of Progress into a film.
3D!
I would not like that. I mean, I might like
no, it's just black and white monochromatic glasses that you put on for the first act of Carousel of Progress.
Okay,
and
drop them into the bucket next to your chair.
Exactly.
Okay. Anyway, what did you think of the trailer?
I loved it. To be fair, I don't know much about Falcon and Winter Soldier because I am missing pieces of the MCU, as we've talked about quite a few times. I think Loki looks great.
I think that was a deceiving trailer for them, but keep going.
I agree. No, I agree completely. And we did talk about that a bit on Sunday night. But I am so excited about WandaVision. It looks insane.
It just looks fun. The other two look cool. This one looks fun.
It looks so just wild. Like,
Wouldn't it be funny if they didn't even use their hero powers?
Yeah.
Like, it turns out it's not a hero movie at all, or a show at all.
It's just a domestic.
It's literally I Dream of Jeannie with 2 superheroes.
Well, and clearly there are children involved because she's pregnant in, like, the 70s era type thing. And there's a thing where they have baby crib things. I don't know what they're called. Bassinets? Anyway, which does tie into the comics a little bit.
Well, and it could be her just creating alternate realities with her.
It could be
her
that
powers.
because that's sad. But maybe her brother will show up. But maybe. But I'm super duper excited about it, mainly because Wanda's just gonna turn looks for, like, every second. And
It's definitely gonna get attention.
I'm sure that we're gonna see everyone recreating those outfits, and I'm stoked about it. So there's that.
And that's coming out later this year, and
Yes.
that will be fun to see, along with Mandalorian season 2.
And that's for my birthday.
That one's going to be really great too. Disney Plus is doing better than even Disney imagined. It appears. Apparently, we're up to 28.6 million subscribers since it was unveiled. Was it November 12th?
No, it was officially debuted on November 12th.
Yeah, that's what I said.
But it was open to subscribers before that.
Oh, yes. But yes, since it became available, though, or in its history, it now has 28.6 million, which blows my mind. Doesn't surprise me at all. I think you kind of go through these ebbs and flows, and we're seeing this with like CBS All Access as well, where you kind of go, well, there's nothing new right now that I really like, even though there are new shows going up. But you've got WandaVision coming, you've got Falcon Winter Soldier coming, Mandalorian season 2 or chapter, what is it? Series 2? I don't know what they're doing. I know they're doing chapters. I don't know if they're season
chapters
2.
Are the episodes.
And
I think it's just season 2.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I think that's going to be good. Steven said, it's a great big beautiful tomorrow bursting out of Scarlet Witch's head. It's a great big beautiful tomorrow. Hopefully she never dreams me dead. Vision, probably.
Yeah.
Singing that. That sounds funny. You should have sang that and then sent it to us, Stephen. That'd be really cool. Yeah, but they've got more program coming, and I feel like once they get this, and we got Obi-Wan Kenobi coming, and we've got Clone Wars this month. So there's,
oh my gosh, yeah.
There's new stuff that's going to keep coming, and I feel like it's going to start getting some critical mass going, I hope. And the real trick to me is they're going to have a ton of content putting out, and they're also trying to put out all the content for like movies in the theaters too, and it's going to be keeping that balance and that quality level, and not sacrifice the Disney brand in an effort to keep Disney Plus relevant. And I think they're going to be able to do it just because they've got ridiculous talent, and that actually is probably one of the huge perks of purchasing 20th Century Fox is they now have all of those assets and abilities as well that they can work with.
I think there's also something to be said about Disney Plus for just throwing on your favorite movie, which I did last night. I came home from work and I turned on Meet the Robinsons because that's my favorite Disney movie, probably of all time, which is kind of saying a lot, but it probably is my favorite. And my dad actually came home from work while I was halfway through it, and he sat down and watched the rest of it with me. Then when I backed it up and he realized when I went out of it and he realized it was Disney Plus, he was like, man, do I love having Disney Plus. It's just so good. And there's so much original content too that it takes a long time to watch through all of that. And so like I just finished watching Pick of the Litter, which was a great show, and everyone should go watch it because they'll hopefully
apparently Cristina liked it.
The Canine for the Blind School has said that if enough people watch season 1, they will get renewed for season 2. So hopefully enough people go watch that because I would love to see more puppies doing good work. So
I don't know that it's going to happen, but I'd like to see Encore renewed also. I have been surprised at how much I liked it because that's really not my thing. But, I did do musical theater and stuff back in the day. And, what?
I've been there.
I know. Anyway,
The Anything Goes episode is probably my favorite.
It surprised me how fun that show is, and it wasn't at all what I expected it to be.
Yeah.
And, you know, it's kind of fun to watch it all play out.
Yeah.
And, all right, let's move on. Moving over to Disney California Adventure, we got a glimpse of what Spider-Man will be like when he arrives in the park later this summer. And it's terrifying in an awesome way.
The beginning of a robot uprising.
That is my concern, is, like...
So we've taught them to think, and now we're teaching them to do acrobatics?
Yep.
And from
I mean, at least we're not making dinosaurs.
We already did that.
No, I mean real dinosaurs.
We're gonna do that next. It's gonna be at Disney's Animal Kingdom, and they're gonna be like, "Look at these dinosaurs."
In that case, let's not do it.
And because dinosaurs are just covered in feathers, they're gonna say, "Look at all those chickens."
Do you think they're gonna do it that way though, or will they be just like Steven Spielberg, who is like, I'm going to make the dinosaur people know, as opposed to the one that's completely scientifically accurate, so I'm going to make them look like a reptile.
No, they're going to make it scientifically accurate. It's Disney's Animal Kingdom.
And then they're going to call them different things.
Yeah.
But it's also Disney. They're going to make more money.
That's true. But then they can...
Maybe they could do both.
Maybe they can make it look super cute, and then, make it a baby.
Yeah, but they start really cute, and then something goes horribly wrong. It'll be the attraction.
And then you go
because every attraction, it starts really happy, and then something goes wrong.
And then you go into Dinosaur in Disney's Animal Kingdom, and suddenly it's all real dinosaurs. Dino DNA. That's it. I want that attraction, actually. Can I get that at Disney's Animal Kingdom?
Where you see them make raptors?
The Dino DNA attraction?
That's the one where the baby raptors are.
Yeah.
That turns out so good for everybody.
Yeah, Jurassic Park turned out really well. I only watched the first 45 minutes.
There's a part of me that's just like, that would be really cool.
No.
Like, real dinos. But then you're like, that's just a terrible idea.
Yeah, let's not do that. What was the point? How did we get... teaching Spider-Man to do flips.
To be serious about Spider-Man, it looks amazing, and I can't wait to see it happen. Like, it's going to be one of those things that you're going to have all these people, literally standing around like this, and they're all going to miss it because it moves so fast, and they're all trying to take pictures, and unless you have a really fast camera, my hunch is you're just not going to see it.
It just stresses me out.
Why? It's awesome.
And if we watch the Imagineering story and we presume that the animatronic at the end is the prototype for Spider-Man, he's not on a launch pad or anything. He's just kind of being pulled, and then he does flips and all these crazy things, which is horrifying.
No, it's awesome.
It's going to be amazing, and I'm so excited to see it. But I'm also, when it happens, going to run the other way, because it's like Spider-Man is going to, like, AI my face. Good guy. He is. I'm still scared.
Spider-Man's a hero.
He is. He's a friendly neighborhood Spider-Man.
No, I actually think it's going to be really cool, and Grant Imahara from Mythbusters has worked on it, which I think is really cool. And I think it will be an era of new entertainment for Disney parks. And that is cool. But then, like, think of what they could do in Shanghai with pirates. Think of what you could do. Like, it really opens up some really impressive ideas of things that you could do without having to hurt anybody.
And it's amazing technology.
Yeah. I mean, you could have a legitimate sword fight at some point, and you could have it look straight out of the movie and do all the crazy stunt things, because you don't have to worry about an actor breaking their leg or getting falling on a sword, or whatever it is.
Yeah.
And so I just think there's a lot of things, and the great thing is you kind of have to, I mean, at least for the near future, you kind of have to do it a certain distance. So it's not like it's going to be stealing anybody's jobs. Yeah. It's going to be adding to them.
Totally.
And so I just think it's going to be awesome. I think it's going to be one of those things people will literally stop anywhere you can see it and just be like,
it's going to be amazing.
Yeah. I think it's going to be a lot of fun. All right. Final thing that for this week, it was announced. It was funny. I saw this story developing over the last week and a half or two. I was like, oh, they decided they're going to do something with that filming of Hamilton that they did with multi-cameras over 3 shows, I think it is. Mm-hmm. And then suddenly out of nowhere, and this is where I think it caught everybody by surprise, you've got Lin-Manuel Miranda saying, oh, by the way, Disney's releasing it, and it's in a year. year and a half.
Mm-hmm.
And so Hamilton will be coming or being distributed by Disney. They've bought the distribution rights.
Yeah.
I don't know how deep that goes, but that'll be coming out in October of 2021. Katie's excited. It will be a conglomeration. I think it's 3 different performances they filmed, if I remember correctly, with the original cast.
Yes.
And the whole point of this being is Lin-Manuel Miranda realized that not everybody has $500 to go see the original cast on Broadway, assuming they can get from wherever they are to Broadway, which just doubled the price, and then hotel and you name it. So this is a way